Oh! No! She has the better armor. Get under her. Welcome back, Vicarious viewers. My name is Vicente, and today's episode is bittersweet because we are reacting to the series finale of The Expanse. This is episode 6 of season 6, and the episode is called Babylon's Ashes. In the thrilling season finale, Inners and Belters fight side by side with the crew of the Rocinante in a last massive, desperate battle with Marco and his free navy, with the fate of the solar system, the ring gates, and of all humanity hanging in the balance. There are a few different ways that this can go, and I'm not sure which way it's going to play out. I do know that apparently this story arc apparently comes to a conclusion in the books, and then it goes through a time jump for the next 3 books. So I'm expecting some sort of conclusion and resolution to all of this, something that should be satisfactory, but I can't say I envision a happy ending for everybody. Straight up, the biggest question on my mind at this point is, will our solar system survive? Because I know that the Inners and the Martians and the Belters are all going to be going in and fighting against Marcos and his Belter and Martian allies who are defending the ring gate at this point, and I'm afraid that the conflict will escalate so much that they might trigger something in the ring gate, and it might just cauterize our entire solar system. It might activate that weapon that Holden was seeing in a vision and just blow up our sun. Destroy all of our planets and everything around them and close the ring gate. And whoever is inside the ring gates and already beyond the gates on other worlds are all that's going to be left of the human race. So I think that is a very big possibility, and I mean, it would open up the world to future spin-off possibilities, because I mean, now there can be spin-offs of all the different colonies that have been going out to these different planets and the different things they find. And with so many different planets and so many systems, the possibilities are endless. Well, I mean, not endless. About, 1,300? Was it 1,300 or 13,000? I'm going to go with 1,300 because that sounds more plausible. But still, I mean, that's a lot, and that's tons of content. So I don't necessarily think that this property is done. There is so much more here to play with, and I'm here for it. I want us to get more seasons and more spin-offs of this whole world, this universe. And if they kept the same production team and everything, or at least most of them involved, I think it'll do really well. I think they're already setting the seeds for a spin-off with the Laconia storyline, because I think that's going to play into some of their world building. They're doing that now. They're building beyond what our main characters are focusing on in our solar system right now. But I don't know how the book goes. Who knows? Our solar system may survive still in the books, but I think destroying our solar system would be such an epic way to go out, and I would totally high-five all of them for it. I'm kind of hoping for it. That'd be crazy, right? Big steps, big swings. That's what I'm here for. Or they could play on the safe side and we just end the current conflict, but the solar system will go on with all of its problems and all of its same politics and quibbles and resource struggles. Resource struggles even more so now that we've been poisoning the planets with asteroid attacks. Because, I mean, the food thing that Prax sent to Avasarala, I mean, how good and tasty will that food be? I can't imagine. I'd like to see us being forced out into the universe and having to, forage and cultivate and possibly terraform new worlds and create something entirely new. With that also means that there is the very high likelihood that we may see one, if not many, main characters die. An even bolder choice would be if it obliterated the solar system and everyone inside the ring gate so that all that was left were the colonies on the planets on the other sides of the rings, who all of a sudden just get darkness. They're like, hello? Is anyone there? That would be even more bold, but I think that would mean that they would pretty much have to kill off everybody that we know. And I don't really want that. I would really like to see some of these characters move forward, at least. I would love to see a future Amos in this series. He is an amazing character, but he's a fighter, and I think like when it comes to the thickest fighting, he'll be in the middle of it, and who knows, he might sacrifice himself for the greater good to defend everyone else. Clarissa could potentially die. I mean, she's been trying to atone for her sins of the past, and this might be her final like atonement. I don't think she needs it at this point. I think she's pretty good. But show-wise, it would make sense for her to be on the chopping block. Avasarala, I think, is also on the chopping block. Because even if we had spin-offs taking place like after a time jump in the future, at her age, I doubt she would be the most likely to survive the time jump. So having her go out in a blaze of glory here would make more sense as opposed to like in a spin-off them just like having a throwaway line like, oh, she died of old age, blah blah blah, in the year whatever. So I think that would be boring. I think it'd be like more dramatic and like bring the stakes home of this finale, like if she were to go. I think we'll all be equally crushed if she does, but it'll be glorious. It'll give us the emotional gut punch for the finale, the one that like really like ties everything together. But who knows, maybe I'm giving the writers way too much credit. I'm not going to say that I would be mad or disappointed if none of the things that I was predicting came true. Because who knows, they may think of like some awesome shit that I'm not even thinking of. But it would be pretty sweet if that's how it turned out. The rest of the crew I think is fairly safe. I don't think they'll kill any of them off. And of course, the most likely to die is Marco, and Philip is a toss-up, because he's been so wishy-washy about his father and his mother and killing people and not killing people, and he just waffles so much. And at this point, I would not be sad if he died. Like, I'm sorry, Naomi, but I think she's kind of gotten over that fact. Like, she even told Holden that she went there to try to save him and she couldn't, and she chose to live instead and to keep fighting. And so I think she's expecting that she's not going to have any kind of future with her son, so his death could be another like gut punch. But personally, seeing how much he was like into it in the beginning, like, I'm not going to shed too many tears over him. But before we actually get into the finale, I do know that there have been extra scenes attached to each episode in like the bonus content. So I actually want to watch those real fast. I honestly don't know how long they are, or if I'm going to be able to include all of each one in the YouTube versions of these. Though I will probably keep them uncut but blurred for the Patreon version. Let's see. So I guess you have to click on the episode. Let's go to episode 1. And go to bonus content, and there we go. Ep 1, Ankawala.
Oh, we did find one more rack of fuel pellets from the wall. Container was mislabeled.
Good news. I'll take it. Would you rather die of thirst or be hit by a missile?
Missile will be quicker.
Yeah,
Figure
it would.
out how much we could get if we reduced water rations some more, and let me know.
But now, rendezvous must change. New coordinates embedded. Do not be late.
Oh shit. Change the rendezvous last minute? It's no wonder they were so mistrusting when they were first meeting up.
I did something. Jama's private log. I broke into it and opened it.
Michio.
And you will care when I tell you what I saw.
Milora canta foto, Milora halte foto, Milora canta foto.
She sent her like a birthday TikTok.
You're upset about birthday song? Of course she kept it.
Nothing of Oksana, or Bertolt, or such. Nothing of us.
Damn.
Kamina doesn't love us. She's chasing the one she couldn't have and making do with us. But this is...
Kamina's heart is divided. So be it.
How can...
We are all flawed! I won't tell Kamina you did this. But only if you promise to never do it again.
I agree with him. Like, she shouldn't have gone snooping, and it really is none of her business. I mean, she feels hurt that it's like, You're not keeping any of my messages? But I mean, to be fair, like, when you're there with somebody all the time, it's like, do I need to save your messages? You're right here. Like, she's missing Naomi, because Naomi is elsewhere. Of course, she would keep something to remind herself of Naomi. So, I understand, like, the saving of the messages and stuff. And yeah, I can see how she's jumping to the conclusions that it just means that she doesn't love us as much, that she's, like, keeping only those. But it's like, she's keeping something because she doesn't have the rest of Naomi. Naomi's not there, and those messages are all that she has left. So, your messages are expendable because you're right there with her. Like, she doesn't need a message to remind her of you. And I applaud him. I forget his name at the moment, but for, like, sticking up to her privacy and being like, she's allowed to feel what she wants to feel. Like, don't go snooping in her shit. And I mean, they are polyamorous anyway, so why is she getting jealous about her loving someone else anyway? She just must be feeling like, well, if she has to keep on those memories and she's clinging on to them so tightly, maybe I'm not enough. Our insecurities can get the best of us. And they've gotten the best of me a few times that I'm not proud of. But we live, we learn, we grow, and we can always cherish good things while we have them, because nothing lasts forever. And just because something ends doesn't mean you have to leave with bitterness. You can still look back fondly on the things that you shared with the people that were important to you. Oh, that was quite the emotional little extra scene. Wonder why these were cut. Were they cut for time? I mean, why would you cut these for time when you're working with 45-minute episodes, but you're no longer on, like, actual television? This is streaming. You can make them an hour. Why didn't they just keep these scenes in? Okay, so that was the extra scene for episode number 1.
Sounds like we're in the same boat. We've been dealing with satellite blinding and chaff attacks on a daily basis.
That's a lot of reconnaissance capability to lose.
More than I would have liked. Doesn't matter. They can't go toe-to-toe with us. But if they try, and fortune smiles, and we capture any of the traitors who gave Inaros my ships. Have you ever heard of a Hecate keel haul?
A keel haul? That's where you, like, drag someone around the hull of a ship? Usually against barnacles. But spaceships don't have barnacles.
Particulate levels in the upper stratosphere have gotten so high that the sky over Sydney turned white.
Damn.
Our own air and water. Killing us.
Damn.
We're all belters now.
It is an ecological disaster.
What's the old saying? Nuke them till they glow and shoot them in the dark.
What did it say? She's just doing a blood test on her device?
I started a garden. I've got some tubers, and the sprouts are really taking off. So you don't have to worry about us, okay? I'll make sure the whole family has fresh vegetables to eat. Love you.
Aw. Yeah, that's a little dose of hope that she needed, right? She still has a family that will go on. Hopefully. Oof. Actually, if my prediction is that the entire universe is about to be, or solar system is going to be destroyed, that's a little depressing, actually.
Please have it waiting in my quarters. Keep this between us.
Understood, ma'am.
Maybe that's why they cut it, because that would be really depressing knowing that this little girl dies when the solar system is obliterated. She got her second wind after that. That would have been a nice scene for the episode Why We Fight, because then that would be a reason why she fights. Alright, now we're going to see episode 3, Win or Lose, or scene number 3, Win or Lose.
Why is it that every Martian I ever met thinks they're the hardest motherfucker in the whole goddamn solar system?
Probably because we were all training for war while you were still shitting your diapers.
You bragging about being good at pretend war?
I got this in a live fire exercise my first year in. But I'm sure queuing up for free food with all of that free open air back home was just as hard.
Clearly you've never been to Baltimore. But for guys who practice war so much, you sure do seem to keep losing the real ones.
Yeah, we're the ones getting our asses kicked. Remember when Earth still had a blue sky?
Remember when Mars still had 2 moons?
Do you remember when those Martian Marines saved your asses on the Donny?
What happened to its other moon? What?
Well, I hope you trained her up good, because there's about to be one less mechanic on board.
Should I wait while you go get your fancy suit on?
I saved my armor for actual threats.
Hold on, be pissed if I hurt you.
Funny, I was just about to say the same thing to you. But
Oh,
with
shit.
the interest of crew morale in mind, no one needs to get hurt. Just a simple game. First one to hit the deck loses.
What happens when I win?
The loser cleans up the rest of this mess by themselves.
I don't
Is
play
this about to
by-
happen?
Let's go over the rules first, just so we're both clear.
All right, well, first rule is there's no...
Oh. Holy shit, Bobby.
You lose.
Now is everyone gonna come running and be like, what the fuck is going on? Oh.
Have fun cleaning up.
Don't push your luck.
See, now this makes me understand their maybe possible get together after episode 5. Ah, that was a nice little scene. I wish we had that in the regular episodes. I still don't understand why they even cut these. I mean, your episodes are so fucking short anyway. And who are you making them short for? It's not like you have to put them into an hour-long time slot with commercials on TV anymore. Okay. Scene number 4, Night Watch. And this has Clarissa.
Will do, boss. Good night. Okay. I have the watch.
Okay, this was when
What's up on the
Holden went to
maintenance
sleep.
schedule?
Jules Pierre Mao, former CEO of Mao Krakowski Mercantile, was found dead last night in his cell at the New Spandau Penitentiary, where he was serving a clemency-barred life sentence.
So she actually gets confirmation. What? What are you doing, girl? Okay. Huh. Dude, you trashed the kitchen and no one heard? Damn, now you got a mess to clean up. Shit.
Rossi. Open my private journal. Record a new entry. I wish I hadn't loved you. End entry.
Damn, how much food did she ruin? Oh, and she killed some of the plants too? That was a nice little scene, but in the greater context of the show, I can see why they cut it. Because it's cool that we actually get confirmation that her father passed away, but the, like, mod drug-induced, like, rage out is a bit much. Especially for her character, as much as, like, they've shown her really calm down recently and try to avoid the violence as much as possible. To just, like, take it out on a kitchen all of a sudden seems a little out of character. And also the journaling through the computer. I think this would have been an awkward scene to just introduce that aspect right away. Like, if they had already shown her doing these little, like, journals, I mean, if they had already introduced her doing these journal entries, like, for the entire time she's been on the ship, then it might have been more organic. But I think if she just did this and all of a sudden did journal entry and hadn't done it at all before, it'd be like, wait, where did that come from? Have you been keeping this whole time? So yeah, a nice scene, but I can understand why they would cut this one. Doesn't fit in as well with, like, the greater narrative, I guess. But here we go. Extra scene number 5, Remember the Cant. Sucks that we can't make these little ones full screen.
I wonder what that guy would have to say about all this.
Probably keep your head down. Stay out of trouble.
Oh. Looking at the old graffiti of his face. 10 years earlier? What? What?
right, man. Just give me one of those.
Holy shit.
I'm not picky. Go find your own rock in your loader.
And these two together.
Clean water keeping you alive.
Him and his fucking porcelain cats. Why would you do that?
Sorry. Yeah, accidents happen. So I do this.
What happens on series?
The guy said sorry, he was married, and he gave me a towel.
Okay.
Guilty as charged. I'm not looking for work.
Hey, you interested in free room and board, a union salary, and little or no responsibility?
I take it. Give it to me.
I'll take it. Give it to me.
Suppose I can give it a shot.
Yeah, this felt like the first just like standalone scene, like separate from the rest of the narrative. That was interesting. A throwback to the original Captain. Okay. I guess they couldn't find a good way of like doing like a cameo nod for him in the rest of the episode since he's dead at this point. But yeah, a little throwback. Interesting. Now, since the 6th bonus scene is considered the extra content for the finale, I will not watch that one until after the episode. But yeah, a few extra scenes giving a little more context. Ooh, but here we go, Babylon's Ashes. Figured instead of the usual hot toddy that I've been having, I'm going to go with just a Boulevardier. I need a good stiff drink for a finale like this. I will say that none of these extra scenes really changed my mind on where I think the show will go. I think I'm still sticking to that. I think that we may be up for total annihilation of our solar system. It'll be a bold choice, and I'd love to see it on screen. But who knows, they may just go the safer route, and the solar system will go on. But Marco dead, Philip probably dead, Avasarala could be dead, Clarissa's on the chopping box, and so is Amos. If we do lose a main character, which I would consider to be James, Naomi, Bobby, Amos, Avasarala, or Clarissa at this point, if any of them die, I'm going to have myself some of my good bourbon. I will drink in their honor if they go. But let's see, how soon can we see Marco die? And will we ever get to any of the existential stuff? The entities living in the space between the rings. I want more of them. And will we get a tease at the end of this? Actually saying like, hey, there is a spin-off coming. Real quick reminder that if you do want to see any of my full-length reactions, you can hop on over to my Patreon. Click the Patreon link down in the description, go to the About section, and you can see a full list of my available content there. But let's go ahead and jump into this. Oh yeah, and on Laconia, how are they going to freak out about the little kid coming back to life?
Protocol returned a coherent reply pattern.
I feel weird. What happened? You got hurt. Like, killed hurt.
Ugh, and then the railguns, how are they going to get rid of those?
Any point inside the ring space.
They're truly taking war into the ring space. They don't know how the center station is going to react. That is troubling. Why are you so happy about that? You don't know what dangerous possibilities it could bring. Oh, Jesus.
To tell us where he is, baby. It's not right to leave him out there.
I'm sorry. I didn't know how long it was going to take to fix him. The dogs fixed him.
Dogs? What are you talking about?
The dogs you never told anyone about. That is fucking terrifying.
I want a hug too. It's okay, he's fine.
Oh shit, and he healed too. Girl, you are so stupid. I mean, you're a kid, but still. Jesus Christ.
He'll die.
Well, I don't think he'll die now.
It's okay. If I die, the dogs will fix me.
Do you want that to happen? Don't tell me that's all we're gonna get of that.
These numbers are too evenly matched for my comfort.
Hard to believe the enough fleets have been reduced to this.
Which is why we have a plan B.
Oh?
When the combined fleet moves into position to engage the Free Navy, the Rossi will be on a hard burn to get here. We've come up with a way to distract those guns and make ourselves a much harder target. We'll get to that in a minute.
It's quite ingenious, actually. We'll make a belter prop.
From the trailer, dumping all those containers through the ring. Oh, okay.
You're such a fucking optimist. It's a miracle you've lived this long.
And he's slowly and painfully dying. I was wondering when that scene was going to come into play, because in the season 6 trailer, they actually show like this huge ship dumping all of these massive storage containers through the ring. And I was wondering if that was going to be because of the entities, like making it not safe to travel through, if like suddenly they were trying to not go through the ring gates as much as possible, but still get supplies through, so they were just dumping them through and being picked up on the other side, which would be smart. Like, if they had no effect, or if they had no effect on, or at least didn't want to erase just random, like, food and supplies, then that's what I was thinking. But, yeah, this makes sense. Distract the railguns by dumping through tons of debris. And they can sneak in the chaos. Hello, Philip. Are you ready to hopefully die this episode?
You expecting something more from Duarte?
Well, you know how much I like surprises.
What does that mean? Giambattista. Ah, that's the one they're sneaking in on. Another ice hauler.
He'd tell people that the ship wasn't stolen, it was just smart, and went looking for people worthy enough to fly it. When we're done with this business, I'm going to tell that story a lot.
Oh, that means she might die. Damn it. It's usually the people that make plans for after that die. Oh, shit. That's not good. Oh, fuck. What was that? Is it malfunctioning? 5 years. Complex endocrine collapse syndrome. Fuck.
What's all this?
So she may sacrifice. She may sacrifice herself in this episode.
It's been a while since any of us had a home-cooked meal. I thought I'd give it a try.
Aww.
I'll set the table.
Not ready yet.
You need a hand? Oh, that's hot.
I didn't want to give her a chance.
I'm glad you did.
And now she'll be dead in a few years. Oh, that makes this all heartbreaking.
You know, for someone who says they don't want to be a hero, you sure end up being one a lot.
Wait. Did him and Bobby ever? That was not established. Oh. That felt like a last dinner. Oh, I don't want any of them to die. Sorry, I don't know why I got all emotional there for a moment. Oh shit. Here we go.
I'm on my way.
Oh, I'm glad I went with a stiff drink. I need it. Damn it, now I'm going to be all sniffly for the rest of the episode.
You look nervous.
I'd feel much better if our Secretary General were safely in the rear guard. I'm sure that...
I need to be close enough to maintain real-time communication with the fleet.
Smart but risky. There are some calls you don't want to leave up to other people's judgment.
Direct hit on Stella.
What?
They're falling
Oh, okay.
Must have damaged their reactor.
I don't think it's that easy.
The other ships aren't falling back to protect it.
It's a trap.
And returning fire.
It's a bomb. Proximity.
I don't think Marco Inaros is on that ship.
17.1.
It doesn't be afraid.
Oh shit. Fuck, and now they just got closer to you guys. God damn. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. God damn it. But who died? Oh, what's his name wasn't even on the ship anymore, so these were a new crew. But fuck. That is a whole...
Reactor failing. Going into shutdown. All torpedo gone. Leave the Pella to me.
Girl, you are wounded.
Captain, we can still catch it. Reactor will overload. That will help.
Oh. Kamikaze. Oh, he's just going straight for it. Still debris your way. Oh, yes. I liked her, but she was good for them, and getting rid of her is good for everyone else.
Am I hit?
You might be dying.
I don't. She needs help.
You're in war, buddy. There ain't no help right now. Well, I would say that, what's her name, Blondie, was, like, tempering Marco's baser impulses, and taking her off the board will help.
Good luck. You never say that before a fight. You say good hunting.
Damn it, Clarissa, you jinxed us all. We're all gonna die. Yup, this is the scene from the trailer. All the cargo. We're gonna have so much debris floating free, they won't know what to make of it.
Oh, darn terrible. A little worse than Russian roulette. What's that? A casino game? Kinda.
Not in any legal casino you'd find. Oh shit, now are they like moving around? Like in multiple directions?
David, report! Goddamn, the new armor hull.
Oh, nice.
What the fuck? We're losing power. I'll fix it.
Oh shit, Clarissa. Don't die. You might die, but I don't want you to. Ooh. Ow. Oh, fuck.
I know what to do.
What happened?
Enough to get the job done. Everybody ready to get a little shorter?
Was that 3? They have 3 teams left out of all those pods? Oh, fuck. That'll make you shit your pants.
Clarissa! I hurt my head. Thought you were gone. No such luck. I didn't even.
She's alive.
Just a ratchet strap and some elbow grease. Or my keep.
Alright, got the job done. Part of it was thinking, like, what is she gonna do? Just, like, hold it with her, like, body? That'd be, like, suicide, and it probably wouldn't last very long. Oh, holy shit. Oh, he's like a fish in a barrel. Like, any of those could hit him at any time. Damn. Bobby's all smooth sailing because she got the fancy equipment.
Team sound off. How many left? Bravo, we need to push.
Damn it! Fuck. More incoming.
What about torpedoes? I can light them up and guide them in.
Too much danger of impacting the surface. One plasma warhead hits too close and you'll all be dead too.
Yeah, they don't want to trigger the station, which I think might still happen. You got this, Bobby. Oh, oh, damn. That's only one. Shit. For fuck's sake. Jesus. Railgun down. Air support. Ow, Jesus. Oh, no. She has the better armor. Get under her.
We lost the guns.
Okay, so she destroyed something. So they weren't able to take over the guns, but they destroyed them. Which works.
Any further communications will be refused, and any ships attempting to enter our space will be destroyed. You were a useful distraction. You're on your own.
What? Like, we're gonna blast anything that comes through, or did they actually, like, destroy the ring?
Wise move, now that victory is inevitable. Rosenfeld is dead.
And he doesn't care.
She would have governed Medina well.
You see, Philip, how much your father doesn't care about anybody.
Death for some is the price of our freedom and our future.
It could have easily been me. If it were you, and I lost you, I would lose a piece of myself.
And then I'd move on.
But I would accept my fate. And I would be proud because this is the life we've chosen. When did I choose? I want to plan to repair and restart the railgun reactors, ready to go the moment we recapture Medina. Aye, Captain.
Ooh, disheartened crew. Disillusionment is setting in. And it just begins again. Don't you see it? And then you move on and brush the dead under the rug. And you're stuck in it. Critical mass. The entities are back.
We might be able to trigger the ring entities.
If we wake them up, they might stay awake.
This could put an end to Marco once and for all.
Alright, work the entities into the plan. Okay, I did not see that coming. I don't know why I didn't see that coming, but that is genius. Yeah, you know you're killing your boy, but he's lost at this point. You tried. And he fucking backhanded you. Is he gonna stop? And how do we know that the entities aren't just like deconstructing and repurposing the things that they're taking? The same way like the protomolecule does. Like, does it retain any of their memory and knowledge and personality? Is he still alive as a part of them somehow? Though they didn't show Philip.
We need to put something out.
Put what out?
Why is she at the table?
Our commitment to collective action. You need to be reasonable.
I will not be reasoned back into my place. Belters are promised a future, so long as it remains convenient. We are given a voice, so long as inners control the calm. We have a vote, so long as we can always be voted down.
Daenerys wasn't all wrong. He was able to do what he did because so many people were angry and frightened. They saw the future, and they weren't in it. That's what this has to fit. If you want to show someone you trust them, you put your life in their hands. You can't just pretend to. And if we can't find a way to trust each other at this point, I doubt we ever will.
Touché. Well said, Holden.
A person above reproach, apolitical, with a history of working honorably with all sides.
Anna? Or James?
Wait a minute.
James, it's time for you to make history.
Well? At first I was thinking Anna, but then they focused on James. I think she would have made a good choice, but I don't think she would have understood the intricacies. He does.
I'm proud and humbled to accept this position as the first president of the Transport Union. Before I agreed to take this job, I insisted on a few conditions. One of
Off
them
script.
was that Kamina Drummer would be vice president. I'm not a belter. I'm just a man from Earth representing people I respect.
Oh, there's these two.
And sometimes love.
He looks a little bitter.
An outsider, and I always will be. Which is why, as my first official act as president of the Transport Union, I resign.
Oh my god.
And in that spirit, I'm proud to introduce the new president of the Transport Union, Kamina Drummer.
Did he give her a heads up?
One at a time, please.
I guess so. She doesn't seem surprised.
You duplicitous little shit.
It was the only way.
I will undo this.
Don't. Please don't even try.
Just because she gives you her word doesn't mean there aren't others out there that will welcome this decision.
You're right.
Yeah. She hopes you're right, but fuck. Like, you could have just unraveled this thing before it got off the floor. We'll see. Or maybe will we see? And none of them died.
I pissed off a lot of people.
You certainly did.
Yeah, that's the problem. What are those pissed people gonna do?
I hope I did the right thing.
The universe never tells us if we did right or wrong. It's more important to try to help people than to know that you did.
Take my station.
Did he leave? He jumped ship, didn't he? I mentioned it earlier. I was like, they didn't show Philip.
You never know the effect you might have on someone.
And he just fucking backed out.
Maybe one cruel thing you said.
So he's alive. Oh shit.
Maybe one moment of kindness gives them comfort or courage.
Aww.
Maybe you said the one
Nagata.
thing they needed to hear. It doesn't matter if you ever know. You just have to try.
And we still don't know what happened to that protomolecule sample. Sooner or later, we're gonna have to do it.
Let's just stay here for a minute.
Okay, so that was the end of The Expanse. I can't believe it is all over. It's done. Why is it done? And we don't get any credit scenes. We don't get an extra scene. So I was hoping there'd be another little snippet at the end, and I don't even get that. And I was kind of expecting the way that the Laconia episode ended, that we would definitely get more of that. Like, maybe that would be the end credit scene, like, showing what's happening over there. But for a finale, I have to say that this is the most unfinale-like finale I've ever seen. Like, it does resolve a bunch of things, but it leaves so many more questions. And there's so much more that they can explore with this. Like, it better not be done. Like, have they made any announcement for continuing this at all? Let's see. Well, it does say that Daniel Abraham and Ty Frank declined to call it a cancellation. Instead, they prefer to think of it as a pause. Quote, "We have what we think is a very natural pause point for the story after season 6, Frank told Polygon during a press event for the new season. It'll feel like a satisfying end to the story we've been building over the first 5 seasons. I think one of the things that is sort of an outmoded idea is the idea of being cancelled." Huh. Okay, so they don't consider it to be a complete and conclusive finale. So, yeah, it does feel like they were seeding these other stories of what could potentially happen on these other planets with this Strange Dogs side plot. And even with that admiral or commander or whatever that was sending the message to Marco that they wouldn't send them any reinforcements, is that they are happy on just breaking off and doing their own thing and being like, you served a purpose for now, but we're done with you. We got what we need. And I, for one, would be very interested to see what actually happens to this planet, because with the protomolecule sample there, with the ship active, with those things bringing back the dead who act a little funky and still look a little weird, I think this is going to be another huge, like, existential crisis for the colony. I'll call you back. But yeah, I think this will be a big existential crisis and problem for the people on this planet. Because what kind of intentions do these dogs, or now this reanimated little boy, have? Like, what kind of power and knowledge will they have? Will they try to change others and grow their numbers? Does the protomolecule there have its own motives and will try to get all the other things turned on? And do those motives hold humanity in their plans or not? Or are they just disposable after flipping a switch? So I would be really interested to see how all of this plays out in the future. Though I do think they missed an opportunity to give us like a good emotional sucker punch by making sure that nobody died. even Philip survived in the end, in that little flashback scene showing him actually jumping ship before they even go through the rings. So he is out there, and of course now available for future plot lines. But I think there would have been a lot more emotional weight if someone actually had wound up kicking the bucket. But the fights were pretty awesome. Seeing the railguns up close was pretty amazing as well. I did enjoy the fight on the surface to try to capture the railguns, which didn't turn out as well as they planned, so she had to essentially take out one of the points that would disable all of them, and they wouldn't be able to use them against Marco, but it was at least not firing on their own ships as well. And for the sci-fi element, I have to say it is pretty smart in the sci-fi realm to then think of another solution. Instead of being able to blow Marco and his incoming ships out of the sky, use the entities and the ring themselves to do the job for them. It might seem a little anticlimactic for wider audiences looking for the big hurrah flashbang, but smart. It was a smart decision to ratchet up the critical mass of debris going through the fields and trigger the entities to consume his ships. It makes me really want to read these books. But then it poses the question too, these entities, how do they function? What kind of plane of existence or matter or energy are they composed of? Do they operate at any way similar to the protomolecule? Are they able to absorb and repurpose and gain knowledge from the things that they consume like the protomolecule does? Will all of Marco's knowledge and personality and stuff now be swept up into this greater being, and maybe now he exists as a portion of this collective hive mind? Who knows? They may have just completely obliterated him and there's nothing left to remember. Otherwise, it does seem they went the safe route. And I mean, if this is how it happened in the books, I can respect that. But it would have been a bold move if they did go the full apocalypse route and destroyed our sun and all the planets. But who knows? That might be a storyline for future offshoots. I can imagine if they did a bunch of different spin-offs, that one of them could be what if some people on the other side of a ring ran into danger, but then they wound up accidentally destroying their own ring, so now they were trapped there and looking for a way to possibly recreate a ring. I also wonder if they did split up the protomolecule samples, or if all the samples did go to Laconia, if they could possibly get them to other systems and other... Well, yeah, I can imagine that all the Martians would have just put all their eggs into one basket on Laconia, and maybe they would have sent samples to other colonies on other planets. But I guess all of this is just empty speculation until we get any word on what these future potential spin-offs or stories might be. Or will we just go into a straight time jump and it will be book 7, 8, and 9, and that's it. But I think some other spin-offs would be cool. I'd be here for it. Well, cheers all of my fellow screaming firehawks. We find ourselves at the end of a wild and crazy ride, and I really enjoyed it. This series was pretty amazing. Overall, I would definitely put this in my top 3 overall shows of all time. I think I'll still hold Black Sails as number 1. But this is vying very close for second place with Breaking Bad. They were both so really good. And definitely my favorite sci-fi series of all time. For sci-fi, I would have to say, yeah, this is number 1. Number 2 would probably have to be Battlestar Galactica. I had a few issues with some of the elements of how they resolved Battlestar Galactica, some of the more theistic elements. But yeah, definitely my top 3. And number 3, Legion? Would you consider Legion to be sci-fi? I mean, it's in the X-Men universe, so maybe. I don't know. Would that be more fantasy? But what did you guys think of this series? Are you sad to see it go? Are you hopeful that we will get future installments? And how long do you think it might take before we actually get to see those? And let me know how this stacks up against your favorite shows, either overall or just within the sci-fi genre. Also, let me know what shows you're looking forward to seeing this year in 2022. I know here on this channel I have definitely a lot more to watch. There will be Season 3 of The Boys coming out this summer. I'm currently watching Season 2. Stay tuned because I will be replacing this show with Peacemaker, which actually starts today, same day that this is ending. That is the HBO Max series featuring John Cena as the Peacemaker, who was actually in The Suicide Squad, which premiered on HBO Max last year. I have my reaction to that. I can put that down in the description or just click on my channel. I'm really excited to see where that goes. He was a really interesting character, even if you love to hate him by the end. I'm also currently watching Season 2 of The Witcher, and I'm also keeping an eye out for the Disney Plus Marvel series like Moon Knight and Miss Marvel that will be coming out sometime this year as well. But otherwise, I do also want to add another series into my rotation, something that has already been completely out but has several seasons. Just something that can keep floating along between my reactions to other things that are scheduled, like Peacemaker. But I was thinking either Supernatural or Sons of Anarchy. I have seen all of seasons 1 through 4 of Supernatural, but years ago and don't really remember much. But I have been meaning to watch the whole series and catch up. So I did want to do the whole show, get a refresher of the early seasons, and move on from there. And I haven't seen any of Sons of Anarchy, but let me know. Would you want to see me do Supernatural or Sons of Anarchy first? But until next time, hit like and subscribe if you enjoy reactions like these. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single one. And thanks for stopping in for this Vicarious View.